Well, I already knew the truth, but USA Today ranks the Seahawks draft second in the entire NFL. Now, before I even look at the list, I'm just reading off the headline. I know it's probably going to be the Eagles at number 1 is my guess. And yes, I just took a peek. It is the Eagles at number 1 and the Seahawks at number 2. Now, the reason I guess that is because I am all over Twitter and I am always reading things online about the NFL draft. And it seems like there was a pretty strong consensus for a few teams, which was the Seahawks, the Texans had a great draft, the Eagles, and a few others. But the Texans, Seahawks, and Eagles were some of the top of the list for everybody's list. But I love to see the Seahawks getting the love that they deserve for this draft. We put together and absolutely crushed a 2022 draft class. It was probably the strongest draft class last year by far, by any other team. Like, it was amazing what they did. But it might be early to judge now. But USA Today, Nate Davis from USA Today, gave us an A grade for the 2023 picks and made it the second best overall crop of rookies out of any other draft. And I'm going to tell you what he said. It seemed that they continue to make the most of what increasingly looks like a lopsided trade from former quarterback Russell Wilson to Denver last year. First-round cornerback Devin Witherspoon, second-round pass rusher Derek Hall, and direct byproducts of the mega deal and should fortify a 26th-ranked defense. Offensively, Seattle obtained first-round wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba and second-round running back Zach Charbonnet with its own capital. And even if those two seem a bit redundant for a team that already has plenty of firepower, you can't argue with the quality. A team that appears it might be one of the top 4 in the NFC now is scarily deep. On the value side, keep tabs on 5th round defensive end Mike Morris. And just to top off how amazing this Russell Wilson deal was for us, at the bottom of the pile with the lowest grade in the entire draft was a D- Russell Wilson Denver Broncos. And obviously, they included that part of the trade. They gave up the picks that they could have had, and what the Seahawks got for him is involved in that D- draft. So I'm not just saying the players they got are D-, but it's including what they lost from that trade and what the Seahawks got instead. And like Mark Davis said in the article, I mean, this team had the 26th ranked defense, so they're already adding firepower to that to make it better, including picking up Draymond Jones and Julian Love during the offseason. So you already had those pieces. Julian Love and Draymond Jones coming in really makes this a way better situation. And then you do this in the draft. You pick up the corner, Devin Witherspoon, a receiver for already firehouse offense, Jackson Smith-Njigba. We got an edge rusher in Derek Hall. We got a defensive tackle in Cameron Young, a defensive lineman or DN in Mike Morris, a safety in Jarek Reed, and then, like I said, on the offensive end, you picked up 2 running backs in Kenny McIntosh and Zach Charbonnet. You picked up Olusegun Oluwatumi at the center position, which is extremely, extremely necessary. Anthony Bradford at offensive guard. And the Jackson Smith-Njigba, it's unbelievable that we picked this guy up at 20, one of the greatest value picks in the entire draft. 10 picks, and they really are trying to change the outlook of this Seattle football team. We are talking about a situation where the offense has just gotten better. The offensive line has just gotten better because of the draft. The receiving core got better because of the draft. The running back group got better because of the draft. And let's add to the defensive side. The secondary is going to be better because of this draft. Not only picking up Devin Witherspoon, they also took a 6th-round safety, which the Seahawks, any other team in the draft, takes a safety in the 6th round. I'm not even going to mention it. But with the Seahawks, you never know. It could be a value piece, whether it's now or long-term. They have gone better at the defensive line. Also, through the offseason, same with the secondary. They got better on the defensive line, but they just got better with Mike Morris. They got better with Cameron Young. They got better with Derek Hall. Everything that they're doing through the offseason and through the draft, they got better at positions they needed to get better at. I'm not saying our linebacker group is perfect. Now, you did bring back Bobby Wagner, which is great, but I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying the defensive line is perfect after, just a couple of moves that we've made. But everything's getting better, and this team made the playoffs when they were supposed to be a team that was tanking, and now I believe that they're already taking the next step, and they have an opportunity to win the NFC West. So keep your head up. Things are going good in Seattle, and shout out, which I think is the best draft class. That's a little biased, but shout out to a top 2, top 3, depending on who you ask. draft class in the NFL. And we'll be back soon. We'll be back on Thursday with a schedule release video. Let's see where the Seahawks play, and let's make a nice little record prediction. It's all going to change based on what days they play. In the comments, hit me up with what you want to see next. I'm Sammy on Tap, and if you like NBA stuff, I have another page, Sammy on Tap 2, T-O-O. Not the number 2, but T-O-O. It's in the links, so check it out. Love y'all. Peace.